Hello, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. It's panzekampfwagenace and his Luchs. We're here in Malinovka, standard mode west spawn, and if you're a scout, you love to see this map and starting position show up because you know if your team cooperates and the enemy team moves as expected, you can pile up some spotting damage. There is one artillery apiece, two scouts apiece. His team has a majority of TDs, and the enemy team has a good mix of heavies and mediums, so it'll be interesting to see how his team deploys with all these TDs. Maybe trouble with people going to the hill. We'll have to see. And he's coming over to the bush in E4. You could put a whole Luchs platoon inside this bush, I think. It's a pretty big bush. I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for an overly exciting Hall of Fame film, this is not the one. Because I haven't seen it yet, but I know what his totals are, so this is a classic scout spotting film. He's so little he can easily fit in these bushes up here. A lot of tanks can move here, but he has the advantage of being able to hide even from the people over here on these two spotting locations. Whereas some larger scouts can't get away with that. He can't afford to fire because it'll compromise his position if he does, so he's wisely just sitting here letting his team get the damage. And he gets credit for spotting. His team's moving to the north a little bit late. Enemy mediums are already rounding the top of the hill. So hopefully everybody back there sets up into a defensive mode because they're starting to get flanked. It's always amazing to me how often in battles you see the scout is the one that's trying to alert people to holes in their defense or weaknesses on the map. And it's like the scout's the only one that's watching everything that's going on. Everybody else sees that one tank in front of them that they're focused on. It's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to hurt you. And they don't notice anything else. Somebody can drive right up to them, park behind them, and unload 3 rounds on them before they even realize there's somebody there. But when you watch a lot of battles, it's usually the scouts that have the situational awareness to be able to try to get their team to react to things they see going on. A lot of it is because in order to survive as a scout and do well, you just have to have those situational awareness skills. Because if you don't have them, you don't have a very good scout career. They're starting to build up a decent lead here. Some heavies have made it to the north, and they're going to be able to take care of the mediums that were starting to come over the top of the hill. I don't know if they're SU-122s just kind of giving up on the fight and trying to go out in a blaze of glory or what, but he's charging straight toward the northern line there. They can take out that scout on top of that hill. He can probably press forward. but those guys have been watching the attack from the north and defending that, so they haven't been paying attention down here to the lowlands. Now he's just going to run in, I believe, and get up against these buildings and proxy spot everybody over here if there's more than one tank over here. Hey, he gets to fire his gun. T-50's running away. He's like, enough of this. I've been in the back lines all game. I'm just going to run away and not even spot for what little is left of my team. Requesting help with the T-3485. It was far enough away that you could shoot without being seen. And with the only medium left over on the other side of the map, it's time to go in and figure out where this already is. The enemy Comet's having a decent game, but it doesn't have enough team left to pull out a victory, I don't think. There, the already is coming right toward him and about to stop. It's going to take 2 clips to kill him. Oh, somebody else picks him off, and now it's just the Comet left. We know the general area. He's up in here somewhere unless he's gone on the move, and so the net should slowly close around him. He's probably going to sit up there, I'd say right here or over here, and try to snipe onto Cap if he wants to actually try to harass the green team. Or he may just retreat up to the hill and decide, well, yep, he went to the other side thinking, I'm just going to try to stay alive. Fire! Yay. Game is over. Don't think he'll get to shoot again. So there we go. Panzekampfwagenace ends up 816 damage and 0 kills. 26 of 50 shooting for 52%. But that's not the big story for him. What put him in the Hall of Fame was this: 5,112 points of spotting damage along with 8 spots. Not only does it put him in the Hall of Fame, but it gives him a pretty decent payday too. 60,645 silver. And for XP, he got 2,299, survived the fight, got a patrol duty and a spotter, he got a patrol duty and then spotter, fire for effect, mini medals. So he ends up with battle score of 2,339, and that puts him in 3rd place on the Luchs Hall of Fame, nestled in between Sebastian Potocka's many entries. And I think overall, even with the old Hall of Fame, this is his first entry into the Hall of Fame, so congratulations. Hopefully we see more of your replays. Very standard, classic Malinovka scout passive spotting film. Moves up into the bush on A4, lets his team pile up some damage, and then as everybody started spreading out, he moved across the middle of the map and started helping here, his scouts up here. Finally, some people got blown up, and it was able to go in and locate the arty. He doesn't have a big enough clip to take out a Hummel in just one set of shots, but he took him down pretty far, and then he got some more spotting damage because somebody else took him out. So it was a very straightforward fight. Didn't have to use his gun much, and when you're in some of those bushes, especially once after he spotted here for a while, he moved up to here, and he's in a bush where if he fires from there, he's definitely going to be spotted. So you have to be aware of when you can fire and when you have to just hold your fire, because you're going to get seen if you do. As long as your team is taking advantage of your spots, and if you're in a position where there's even a risk of being seen, then don't shoot. Stay hidden, let your teammates use your eyes, and pile up damage, because even if they don't kill a lot of tanks, if you get a huge damage advantage, that really takes a toll on the enemy once the forces start slugging it out. Now, on the other hand, if you're in a place where you can spot and fire, then go for it, as long as you're not going to get seen. In this case, he wisely chose to hold his fire, and he ends up with a very good battle, spotting damage-wise, enough to put him in the Hall of Fame. Happy hunting.